What's good, y'all? I hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy Markus B. As always, I'm joined by Mr. Evan Simmons and new guy Kris. This is episode 132 of Holla Me with yours truly. And today it's me and the boys, and we sit down and, well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between, this is the end of an era. We've been in this studio for just about a year, and if you've been keeping up with us, you know that I'm moving on. I'm moving on to different cities, different lifestyle, different careers. So that means that this studio, this iteration, is no more. This is the last episode that you get to see us here. So I hope you guys enjoy that. We talk about life. I always want to say life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but I'm not. That's we do talk about the pursuit of happiness and what it means to bet on yourself and what it means to what it takes to be bold enough to bet on yourself, and how hard of a situation that is, and how nerve-wracking and how much anxiety I have. God bless, I have so much anxiety, y'all, but it's gonna be all right. I've got the people around me that I need to help me get through it, so I'm forever grateful for them. I'm forever grateful for the gentlemen that have been with me for the past 2 years, making this dream come true. So if you guys like what we're doing out here, make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, so that we can get to as many people as possible. Maybe change somebody's life. Maybe just give somebody some background noise as they clean their house. Either one works for us. So if you need any workout gear, supplements, nutrients, anything like that, make sure you go to Redcon1, use promo code T20 Markus B under tier operator right before checkout. It's right before the blue box, right underneath it. Put that promo code in there. You get an extra 20% off, and you'll help. What's the word I'm looking for? Support the podcast. Oh, fumbled the ball there, y'all. As you can see, I'm a little bit emotional. It's the last one. Not forever, but as of right now, this is the last one that we have here. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It took us a little bit to get off and going, but we got into the good conversation eventually. So hope you guys enjoy. Y'all be easy. Peace. All right. This is the last time in this studio, in this iteration of the podcast. We are here. We are live. Mixed bag of emotions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in general. I mean, we were kind of talking about just like everything. Even though it does feel a little frantic, I feel like I did the proper amount of time to get things in and out.
Yeah, giving yourself like a week to like kind of slowly get everything together. That's good.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah, it takes time to move. It does not.
It really does.
It is not a thing you can do in one day, or not. You can try to do it in one day, but
I feel like I moved out of the apartment in about 2 days.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah. No, yeah, I took like the last place I moved. It took me like 3 days to like move out, and then the next day I went to clean. And then I think there was one more day where I was like making sure everything. Oh, I had to do like the inspection or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit of time, but doing it in a week is nice.
Yeah. It's nice. I would highly recommend saving up the money to get professional movers.
Yeah.
I think that is the move.
Yeah.
I think this is the last time I am moving.
Yeah.
After this.
Yeah, I would definitely get professional movers, because it's just, you just get to sit there and watch them. That's what I did the last time, because I learned I was moving up to a third story. So I was like, I'm doing it by myself. I'm just gonna watch someone else do it.
Pay what is it, like $1,000, $1,500?
I know, it was like it wound up being like $500.
$500, that's it. Yeah. You don't have too many bloggings though, right?
I mean, I have my couch and stuff. So
fair.
Like I had my couch and all that moved. So my couch, my bed, Now my big desk, I'm gonna have to figure that out. I might sell that desk, honestly.
I'm trying to sell my desk. I realized that I need to go get garage sale signs.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to do that today, but now my car's in the shop, so I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, I need to get those. Those are, especially if you're having a garage sale.
Yeah.
Can you have paper? Do you have paper?
Not really.
Like paper and a Sharpie?
Yeah, no, not quite.
I'm gonna cut that out.
No, you're not. Keep that
apple
in.
juice is still no.
Apple juice be putting in work.
Mott's. Mott's.
Oh, well, cheers, my guy.
Cheers.
Kris. Salud.
With your water.
With your water. Yeah, man.
It's just clear. Doesn't have to be water.
It's just vodka. Just a glass of vodka.
Kris is just taking down.
That sounds awful.
Oof.
Never do that.
Not a tomball. What's that called? A
Tom Collins?
highball.
Oh.
That's what the glass is.
Oh, yeah. That's a highball glass.
Highball of vodka. Just whole thing. Take it down.
I thought a highball was like a drink because it's like ginger beer and like like a Miller.
That sounds god awful.
What is it? Can you look at what a highball is? It's a drink. It's a drink.
I don't think it is.
A highball? Yeah, because they did an ad about it for like Miller. They would like.
I think you're making things up.
It's a whiskey
Yeah.
highball. Highball is a mixed alcoholic drink composed of an alcoholic-based spirit and a larger proportion of a non-alcoholic mixer, often a carbonated beverage. Examples include the 7 and 7, Scotch and soda, gin and tonic, Screwdriver, Fernet Coca-Cola, Fonnet con Coca, and Rum and Coke.
So it's that, like in a glass. In that kind of glass.
Yeah, so nothing that you said was correct.
I mean, yeah. No.
And I am more correct, yes.
You said it wasn't a drink. It is a drink.
Mm,
Style of drink. It's like a genre of music.
shut up. Moving on. We've been burning through these podcasts.
Yeah.
Haven't really checked in. We've been talking to other people, talking to other homies.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to check in with everybody's life. Obviously, everybody knows what's going on with me. I'm high stress, high anxiety.
Yeah, just moving out.
Moving out. My car's in the shop. It's going to cost about $1,200 to fix it. So
$1,200? Oh my goodness.
yeah, so that's super cool.
Well, is it the same thing? The radiator?
Yeah. So, and this is what the frustrating thing is because that's what I told homeboy.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, like this is probably what the issue is, and he's like, yeah, cool man. I'm gonna fix the hoses instead. Like,
And not the actual.
but not the actual problem.
Radio, yeah.
So, for future record, if ever there's a point in time where radiator fluid is getting into your AC vents, it is because your heater core is bad.
Yeah.
Now, is that an easy fix? Kind of. It is a doable at-home thing.
Yeah.
But again, with me moving and me needing a car,
Right. Yeah.
I'm just going to let future Markus figure out how to pay for that $1,200 bills. Shout out to the credit card.
Are you gonna need a car in Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if Baltimore was like a driving city or a walking city.
Back and forth.
Okay.
Enough.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Or whatever part you're staying in. Because certain parts.
I need to call the apartment that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And make sure that they have places available. That's next week's issue. But what's it called? They have a parking garage, and most gyms are like on the outskirts of downtown. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm trying to end up working.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to get there, and they do have the public transit, and it is a solid thing. But
Yeah.
until I figure it out, I don't want just like the first day of work to just be like, I'm an hour and a half late because I missed the bus.
Yeah. Depending on the distance. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
How we doing, boys? Have you gone to the new school yet?
No. Because the hiring process is a lot slower when you move schools because you have to get a service record, which takes like a month to get, apparently.
Really?
Like I'm not getting mine until like mid-July, so I was like, all right, cool. That's why I haven't like announced it or anything. I wasn't going to, but
Was that gonna be your one post for the year?
nah. For the year, I haven't posted since 2018.
Jesus Christ, son.
No, I posted once back in 2019 about Temple, the Central Texas Jazz Society. That was my last post. Yeah, I don't post, but
Yeah, no, I'm well aware.
yeah.
I'm well aware, sir.
So it takes a little bit.
Could have we had some revenue on the podcast by now? Maybe.
No.
Could have.
Do you think I had that many friends?
But your friends are, kind of crazy and kind of loyal, so we could have been up to 250.
I have a few.
We could have been up to 250 is what I'm saying.
The friends that listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends that you know that are crazy, they're the ones who listen.
I know. And I imagine most of your friends are like that.
Hi, Ben.
How's it going, Ben? Hope you're doing well.
Can you like turn us down? Like the like the everybody, yeah.
Check.
Hello. 1 2. That's better. Okay. Yeah. It was coming in kind of. Can you?
I mean, I think it's what you're hearing is the volume box.
Maybe I don't know if the previous guys like turned it up or something.
No.
But yeah. Besides that,
Just cough straight into the mic. Act like it's.
I can edit it out. I can do the sniff cut. Did you hear about that? Tom Segura special. He was sick for one of his specials, and he had to edit out all the sniffs. And you can actually like now that I know it, I can hear it.
Damn.
Because you can hear like occasionally like, oh, there's a little cut, a little edit there. It's kind of weird. What was I trying to say? But yeah. So besides that, hiring's going slow there, and then life is just life. I'm developing a philosophy about life right now that it's slowly growing. So
How's that? What is it looking like?
I mean, it's good. It's just about balance in your life, developing balance. I've always been about that.
Yeah.
Not always been about that, but in the last couple of years, been trying to strive for that and trying to understand what that looks like. So, getting like your finances, your home, your diet, your exercise, your learning, your creativity, and getting your presence and your gratitude. Getting those 8 things to be maximized. So I feel like you can maximize your life.
Huh.
So I'm working towards developing that philosophy and trying to live more like that. Just trying to understand all those things better.
Cool. I can dig that.
It's a summer thought. I have summer thoughts where I go deep into like philosophies and stuff and try to
Imagine, had he been here for Norm.
Look.
We talked about philosophy and not theologists.
Stoics.
Stoics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw y'all look. I saw that looked up. I was like, Stoics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds dope.
It was a great time, man.
Wish could have been here.
Could have been here too. Shout out to the Mormons.
Love them. But yeah, so besides that, I've just been kind of hanging out and practicing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't practiced in a long time, so
That's
open up
gross.
that Omni book and get to it.
Cool, man. Chris?
Not much. Just working on the van.
Yeah.
Hanging
How's
out.
that treating you?
Huh?
How's that treating you?
Okay. I'm at really like a stop and play right now because right now it's just ordering everything I need because I got to get the roof painted or repainted really because it was all rusted. That way I can get everything mounted on top.
Gotcha.
And then I could start running everything on the inside. All the wiring and everything. So.
And when you say mounted you mean on top of the van or like in the inside?
On top,
Oh,
Yeah, what's going on top?
Solar panels and light bars.
Oh, okay.
Do 360 lighting.
Solar panels. It's metal.
Neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
I expected Kris to talk more. I'm going to be honest.
You expected me to talk more.
That's on me. That's on me.
That's
on me.
your problem.
That's a poor look on my part.
So I'm trying to work on, but I'm not there yet.
You think because you jumped on? It's been about 100 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Around, yeah.
This is one interaction a week.
Is this your designated time?
You designated. I'm gonna. On the drive over here, do you think to yourself, I'm gonna get 5 sentences today? I'm gonna give.
No,
Sort of.
There's times where Kris talks like a lot more.
I know, and I'm trying to like figure out what it is that he talks about. But then I'll bring things up, and he doesn't.
Money, Marvel. I was gonna come with another M. I couldn't think of another one. Misbehaving. I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah, you did talk a lot about on when we were the #1 finance podcast in the world.
Yeah. Electricity.
Electricity. Oh, God bless. Yeah, man. I mean, I know you're wiring. This is a dumb question, so I'm not gonna ask that. It's been stupid hot at work, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling him today, up until like 2 o'clock, it looked like I jumped in a swimming pool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's how I look coming out of the gym. I know I look insane.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine, like, just working in that condition.
I mean, like, we take our breaks and stuff, but
Still.
for like hour and a half, 2 hours, you're just drenched. At least with what we were doing, because we were in a kind of like in a situation like this. All the heat rose up,
Yeah.
but there's no power to even cool it down, and then we're like tucked away in a corner where it's dark, no windows or nothing. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's a tough gig, man. You're working a real job. So.
For now.
For however long it may need to be. That's how long it is.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about doing some hard labor over break. I don't know.
Yeah, I always consider joining a moving company. Just because I'm like, why not? Why not? Like, I'll go lift a couch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hurt my back anytime soon.
You'll be all right. You'll strengthen your back up, man.
Exactly. You just get a free workout, and then you're done for the day.
Yeah. You just get to work out and sweat your ass off.
You earn $50, and then you're like, all right, cool.
Onward. How much do you get paid?
18 an hour
18 an hour?
right now. I started at 8.
Really?
8 an
It's
hour.
been 2 years and 3 months. Up to 18.
What were the jumps for?
What do you mean?
Like, the pay increases.
Just because I was showing I was worth the money, really.
Right.
That's fair.
Because he also hires people from the halfway house, so they don't know their face from their ass, and so
Their face from there. I've never heard that before.
That's a deep country cut. I've only ever heard that once, man. And it was like a grandpa in Florida.
Oh, man.
Oof.
It's like the guy on TikTok who came on TikTok. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna keep it $1.98 because I don't need your 2 cents." It's like, what? $1.98 because I don't need your 2 cents?
when we were doing the old RV park, I wasn't there yet. But they had hired dudes from the halfway house. So all they did was they had shovels in their hand, just cleaning ditches out
Yeah.
for $8 an hour, because that's all they were really good for.
Is there a way to just find a job like that? Because I haven't dug a hole since I was in Boy Scouts, and I kind of want to dig a hole.
Like fencing companies.
Yeah.
Talk to one of them.
Oh, I was definitely thinking about that. Like the jobs that I enjoyed when I was working construction were all the really god awful jobs.
Yeah.
Fencing, roofing, and painting.
I mean, if I had a lawnmower, I'd be mowing lawns.
I'll sell you my
Like-
lawnmower.
I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get a storage unit
Why?
for your lawnmower.
Just for the lawnmower?
Yeah.
Get a 10x10 for the lawn.
10 by 10.
Just put it in the middle.
Just put it. Yeah. You get your one mower
tell-
and then your one a weed eater.
You tell them, hey, I need a 10 by 10 for this. They're like, why?
They ask no questions.
I need the room.
They ask no questions. I'll tell you that because I was on the phone with them. They're
Yeah.
like, the only question that they asked was like, what is it going to be used for? And really what they're looking at is like, is it going to be a vehicle or is it going to be stuff?
Can you put a vehicle in a 10 by 10?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Our cars would fit in it. Like my van or my truck probably wouldn't.
Right.
But
You can't drive it in there, though.
Yeah. You can.
Oh, you can? Oh.
Depending on the way the layout is and
Yeah.
all that.
Picture the ones with the doors and, like, you can't.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they have,
no,
like...
it's the garage.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. They have... interesting.
Yeah.
But some of them have like 20 by 10s.
Really?
There's some
And
massive.
I think
yeah.
my grandma has a 20 by 10, and then she like shares it with my mom, and so we all got our stuff in there.
That's like a goal in life for me, is to not have a storage unit. That's a very dumb goal. Like,
I don't understand what the goal is. Like
is having so much stuff.
that you need one. Okay, I get you now.
I've like
I'll follow.
recently, like, I've done a lot of, like, when I was in St. Louis and stuff, like having to move stuff out of like storage units and all this stuff. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
like, why do you have so much stuff that you have to put in another place?
Dude, I mean, I tell you what, man. There's about once every 3 hours I get the thought,
Just clean house.
I just don't need this shit.
Well, yeah,
I just
like,
throw everything away, and then I'm like, well, no, you do need you need your silverware.
that's why there's a document on my computer that's all the things I own, because I want to like reduce it down to like 100 things and just be like, I mean, how many things do I actually use? Probably about 100, like on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, that's fair on a day-to-day basis, but say, well, here's the issue. You know, I'm cleaning out my music room. All the bills on those are quite high.
Like
Like when I purchased them,
yeah.
it's quite steep. But then
hand pan.
I don't.
How much is a hand pan?
I don't know. I'm selling it to Norm for $25 though.
Okay. I want a hand pan. I don't need it.
I'm just letting things go, bro. I'm like, anybody want to buy that dryer?
Nope.
Your dryer? You need a dryer, Chris?
How much you want for it?
$100.
Maybe.
I'm throwing away the washer, and then it's like,
Did the washer work?
no.
Oh.
You could fix it, but the part is about as much as it's worth.
Oh. Sounds like a no.
At least that's what the old white man told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
What did he
usually-
tell you it was?
It's just this is the issue with the front facing washers. Like, don't ever buy those because it's just like by nature of what it is. It's just like the motor's here, and then there's the attachment that holds the motor holds the basket to the motor,
on it, yeah.
and you know, it's like any other piece of equipment. If it's kind of free floating, eventually it's just gonna
It's at the whim of gravity at that point.
gravity be doing gravity stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Gravity be
wow.
gravity.
Yeah, dude, gravity be gravitying. And yeah, so like he was pretty adamant. He was like, "Hey man, whatever you do next time, get a top load.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
front load on the dryers, A1,
Yeah.
work better because you get the better tumble.
Yeah, I think that's why most like apartment complexes have like that configuration.
Top front.
Yeah. Because they don't break. Yeah.
Anyways,
What were we on just now? Talking about clearing stuff out. Yeah, clearing house. Yeah, that's an urge.
I get that. No, I definitely get the wanting to not get a storage unit, but like it's the price to moving ratio.
Yeah.
Mind you, if I had the money, it's a mix between like having a fresh start and like the cost of what it is actually going to take to move things across the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like if you, like I'm sure you looked at like pods and stuff like that, like how much it would cost to.
So much money.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 10x10 is like $250 drop off. No, it was $300 drop off, $250 a month. $250 deliver.
Jesus.
Like $800 just to.
And that's assuming you only use it for like a month, 2 months, right? So it's like because that's what my dad's using right now.
Yeah.
For all their stuff.
Then you gotta get like $800, like $500 for a mover and stuff like that, and
exactly.
Yeah, it winds up being a couple $1,000s just to.
So I was like, no, and then I was like, okay, what if I just do the U-Haul thing? But then I'm like, it's like, what if it doesn't work out? Do I really want to?
U-Haul, like the storage unit?
No, like buying the full size U-Haul and then traveling everything over there.
Sure.
And then it's like, all right, boy, you're gonna end up in a high rise. Do you really want to like carry all that stuff up there? Like,
I mean, not you. That's why you get movers.
That's why you get movers. Yeah. So like my thought process is that like whatever furniture I get out there is gonna be like delivered.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll pay the extra $50 for delivery as opposed to the $500 for the movers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then plus like I'm downgrading from a house to a studio apartment.
Right. Yeah. That's a big that's a big downgrade.
Yeah. So, you know, like
as far as like the amount of stuff like you like can physically fit in there. Yeah.
So that's why I'm not getting any. I'm not taking any of my big piece of furniture. I'm just gonna buy a mattress up there.
Because your old place was a 2-bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I would love to live in a studio apartment.
And that's part of it. I've never done the studio apartment thing. Like
studios are okay. Like the years I've lived in, because my place is basically a studio. I have walls now, but studios are okay. It just gets very, cramped as far as like just your living situation goes. Like there's time, like right now especially because I put all of my school stuff that I had at school like in a box. Mm-hmm. It's sitting in my living room.
Sitting there.
Once you put something in there, your room is like there's no more.
You're grossly aware of the lack of space you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I tried to like stretch and I was like couldn't find a spot. There was no spot like within like my entire apartment where I could lay out. Like
that's why I'm shooting for, and this is why I said I got to call the place, see what's available. Is I'm shooting for the loft.
Yeah.
Loft studio. So that way it's like almost a 1-bedroom. I don't mind going upstairs. I'll go.
Yeah.
Get my steps in.
Yeah, having some kind of space is better than.
Yeah.
Because I know I've known people that have lived in a straight up studio, and that's they say it's not.
It's tough.
It's not a good time.
It's tough, man. Yeah.
When your kitchen is in your bedroom, makes life a little weird. Staring at your oven while you sleep.
I need some separation because again, like I like the food thing, I like the hosting thing, and
right, yeah, you can't host people in a studio.
Can't host people in a studio, so
that's why I've never hosted anyone in my apartment.
I'm aware
because I don't want anyone looking at my bedroom while I'm.
I've only ever hung out at your place one time.
Right, and you can see my bedroom the entire time.
Yeah. I'm just like staring through the TV and then like poke my head out.
Bed.
All right. Well, that's strange.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little invasive. So, studio sounds cool.
Again, depends on how you do it.
Yeah. But I've also thought about living in a van, so.
I mean, yeah.
Kris, really don't be caring.
Like, yeah, if you're fine with the small, like, living space, then studio's, like, not bad. I could see doing that if you're like, you know, you make enough to like stay at a place for a month or whatever. And it's like, all right, cool. I'll stay here for a month. Studio.
Yeah.
Do you move on?
Goodbye.
Can you do that? You can rent apartments for like a month, right?
It's not apartments. Those are the
Townhomes.
no. It's called a specific thing.
Hostel.
In-town suites.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Same.
Extended stays.
Yeah. That was I wanted to do that in Spain.
Yeah.
Was go rent an apartment for July.
Yeah, you just get like weekly rates. It's like
Yeah.
$250. It gets a little dicey. Once you start like putting the numbers together, like if it's like a super extended stay, but
Yeah.
like if you just need like a week or two, not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, do you guys want to get sentimental first, or do we want to go like start with just like movies and such?
I mean, we can get you want
What's the vibe? What are we feeling?
you want to reminisce.
I imagine there's some reminiscing to be had.
Go to the YouTube studio.
I was gonna ask what y'all's like favorite episode to record was. So we can get there later if you want.
I recently saw the clip of the avocado.
That's what I was gonna say. That was probably my favorite.
Like the energy we had in that one was premium.
It was so good.
Like that's like Two Bears like Kool-Aid episode. Like that's just premium energy.
It's
Because the entire episode was just unhinged.
I don't know why I was so angry.
Yeah, there's been those times, and then our food debate. That was
The debate was hot.
the breakfast one was the most contentious. Yeah. I think you're still wrong.
Well, that's fine.
Croissants being the best breakfast bread.
It's the best breakfast bread.
Are you sure about that?
Stand by it.
Did you say toast?
Yeah, he said toast.
He lost quickly on that.
Well, he didn't have a strong argument for it. Toast is depending on the toast.
And I said the biscuit, which
You
is
said biscuit, which is stupid.
Yeah,
and I
but-
need you to realize that was stupid.
I've recently had biscuits that have been like, why would anyone like this?
Yeah, and that was literally my argument. A bad biscuit is worse than a bad croissant.
Because Chick-fil-A biscuits are delicious, but garbage. They fall
It's a
apart.
bad biscuit.
They literally are just like, "Grr, grr, grr, grr."
It's concrete. It's loose concrete.
They just say, you can
What's
be
up?
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on here so I can listen to it.
Ah, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because, yeah, I've recently had biscuits. I'll give that to you. I'll give the point back to you.
You're welcome.
No, you already had that point.
Even if I didn't, I get an extra point.
Extra.
I'm saying I won that battle. Definitely won that battle.
Yeah, because that was a. Then we had the lunch. Tonight, I think I won that.
It was the
one.
lunch side.
Yeah, I won it with chips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like I took rice.
you said rice. Yeah,
It's
Look, I didn't mean to say it like that.
any healthy person agrees with me.
Well, you said. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
You look like healthy people have fun eating. There's a TikTok of this guy. He was eating like unseasoned chicken. He was like, "Oh, people think it's dumb for me to be eating unseasoned chicken." Well, they're just amazed by the amount of discipline I have. Freaking nerd. Well, shut up.
Dude, I catch a couple of those real heavy psychopaths. They'll just blend the chicken with water.
Just meatheads just eating like, yeah, I'm having unseasoned chicken and water. Awesome. Glad you're doing that. Is that bad? Is it like bad to like season food?
It's just
The salt?
This is episode 35.
that was 35.
35 was the
Avocado face.
avocado? Oh my gosh. That was over 100 episodes. Oh, almost 100 episodes
Almost
ago.
100 episodes ago. That was one of your first episodes then.
Yeah.
Damn.
We're not going to acknowledge. My laugh on that is way too hot. It like won't turn up for some reason. I don't know why it's not doing that.
Have fun.
Have fun.
That was before all the plugs up front. Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like I've really mastered the intro.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that the other day. I was like, after 134 episodes of this, you get it. Minute and a half.
I got real
kind of every
good at
time.
it, man. And I don't feel like I talk too fast.
No, yeah.
It's just very concise.
It's one of those things if you keep saying it over and over again. But that's like most podcasts listen to. Like they get their intro, they figure out how to get it in like 30 seconds time, and they're like nailing it.
Feels good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that's a hard thing to nail, the intro. Because I remember the first time you had to record the intro? Y'all didn't hear this, but it was like...
It was tough.
It was like an hour.
It was tough.
Of figuring out how to record an intro with you. Is that the lead episode on the channel?
Oh, yeah. Remember when I used to...
go to the actual, like...
Remember when I used to point?
Point?
Yeah, for like the first five or six episodes. No, I'd look at you and like, how you doing? Doing okay?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
You'd ask me. Yeah, you'd ask me how I'm doing, and I was like, why are you asking me that?
I don't know why I wanted to do that. Just aggressive laughing.
I think your foot's on the There we go. Did I say YouTube gods?
You did say YouTube gods.
I don't know. I was unhinged at certain. That's when I used to wear my teacher shirts. I used to wear teacher shirts like they.
You can't really hear it, but.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. I highly recommend everybody go.
Yeah.
Listen to what is it,
Here's what
episode
you
35?
35, yeah.
35.
Try me.
Try me.
Was that the name of that?
Yes.
Try me. Yeah.
Because of the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do
all things through Christ.
Except try me.
Do I want that as a tattoo? Almost.
A little bit.
A little bit. Is it like a foot tattoo? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd get that on my
You
foot.
gotta do like through all things Christ. Or you can do all things through Christ. Picture of avocado, except try me.
Just get an avocado right next to my B.
Try me.
Try me. I've since gifted the avocado face. I gave it to my base too. Yeah, so hopefully that stays like
in the family.
Stays in the family. Like, oh man, because that'd just be so good. Like the last week of October, just somebody on the battery, just avocado face.
Yeah, I'm picturing someone like they're in like a completely different costume.
Yeah,
they're like Pac-Man, but then one of them has an avocado head. Sounds great.
Sounds yeah. I'm gonna buy another one of those because that's the best costume.
Yeah.
They should really let the band do that.
Be good time.
Like on October, Halloween.
I think it should be required if straight up if the 31st lands on a Friday.
Do it.
Just let it ride, man.
We did
Maybe
Halloween.
not like full costume, but like let them wear like a costume max.
Yeah.
Or something. As long as they can see.
You can do your face.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do your face. No makeup, but let's get some hats going. Let's get some.
Oh, we did full Halloween.
Full Halloween.
Yeah. Full
That's
Halloween.
crazy. That's hilarious.
Yeah, my last year we did the drum majors. We did Peter Pan, and so I was Captain Hook.
Hell yeah.
My buddy Alden was he was Peter Pan, and then we had Wendy and what was Kate? Kate was Tinkerbell. So we did a drum major salute where we did a whole skit. They were like Peter Pan picked up Wendy and Tinkerbell, and they went and they fluttered about, and I came and we fought on the 50, and apparently a lot of kids hated me. A lot of kids in the stands like hated me. Apparently, I was like, great, good to know I was a villain.
Truly, we're the villain.
Yeah. We fought for a little bit. I had the hook. That was our first Halloween costume ever. Like ever. Was that?
I forgot about
Wow.
Man, we've talked about so many things on this show.
Yeah.
Man.
And that was the salute. And that was off to the races. Yeah, it was a weird time. Weird time in life.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It should be a thing. Definitely should be a thing.
What should be a thing?
No, just like the costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I said it out loud, It'd be funny as hell to see somebody in like a ninja costume. Like,
Oh yeah, it's a good time. There's always one kid that wants to wear a banana, wants to wear the full. It was always a trombone player for us.
Banana's
It
good.
always is.
Huh?
It's always a trombone
Yeah, it's
player.
always
Yeah.
a trombone player. My buddy in college, when we would do the Halloween recital, he was a hot dog. It was good.
I saw this show recently. It's called I Think You Should Leave. It's hilarious. It's so funny. But there was one sketch where it's Tim Robinson from Tim and Eric, and he crashes this plane. I won't explain the whole thing. He was wearing a hot dog suit, and he was like, they were trying to find someone to blame. They're like, it's the guy in the hot dog suit, and he was in the suit. He was like, he pointed to the other guy, and this other guy had a tan jacket, a dark red shirt, and a yellow tie. And the guy
That's pretty good.
The guy just looked out and was like, oh man. That's so genius. It's
That's
just, oh,
well
man.
done. I'll give
Dressed
him
like a hot dog. I might do that one day just to see what would happen.
just put outfits together based on food.
I feel like once you get in a high enough power position, you could just be like, I'm just gonna dress wild one day, and they're just gonna see what happens. It's like when Obama wore the tan suit, and everyone was like, "You are a president. It is black or
dare
navy."
But it looks so good. Such
Yeah.
a good looking suit.
It's a good Easter suit. But yeah, hot dog, a banana. What else is what's a weird one? There's a couple.
I picture a saxophone player in a ninja costume.
Yeah, that happens. Well, yeah, we had three kids.
With especially like the child's ninja, so
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
the
going
footies.
up to like just past the knee and like just past the elbow.
Yeah.
Got the face, maybe the
Trumpet player dressed as Batman.
Batman.
Oh yeah, it was always a Batman.
Always Batman. A couple Batmans.
A couple of Jokers, especially when the Dark Knight was big.
Yeah,
A couple
definitely
of
over the
Quinns.
top. Huh?
Some Harley Quinns.
Harley Quinns.
Yeah, I bet Harley Quinns are big now. Yeah, it's probably big now.
Margot Robbie made him hot.
Yeah, they
They're
figured
real hot.
Real hot.
they figured out
Shout out Margot
figured
Robbie.
out how to make it cute. So-
Woo! Margot Robbie.
oh, did you hear about the new?
I saw it. I was about to bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know about Barbie?
No. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the new Harley Quinn
Yeah.
with Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Did you hear about that?
Uh-uh.
So they're gonna make a sequel to Joker, like the
I still
The
need to
Joaquin
watch it.
Phoenix one?
Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Yeah.
I still need to watch it.
Oh, you saw
real?
it?
Yeah, I haven't
Oh.
watched it.
Dude,
You should watch that.
go watch that. So good.
It's on HBO. But
Yeah, I see
After-
it on there also.
they're making a sequel to it, and it's gonna be a musical with Lady Gaga, and it's called I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Folie de deux, which is like the madness of two.
Huh.
Dude, Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn's gonna be a pretty.
That sounds wild. I'm a little bit confused as to why it's a musical, because like
That
the
doesn't
first
make
one
sense.
was not really.
No.
The first one was a Scorsese drama,
Best case scenario, it's a Sweeney Todd.
just something real messed up.
Yeah.
I need to see some like messed up stuff though.
Oh yeah.
Like it needs to be like.
That's what I'm saying. It has the.
Like I need to get upset after watching that.
It has the capability of being mad dark because, I mean, did you see American Horror Story with
No,
Gaga? It's pretty wild.
dark.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, Marvel opened up a whole new spectrum of like whatever with Multiverse Madness.
Like what could be like disturbing enough on.
Yeah, I mean, some dude's head literally imploded from the inside.
That's fair.
Well,
That
yeah,
was
I
like
mean,
the most gruesome thing we've seen yet from Marvel.
yeah. I mean, that Joker movie was. It wasn't.
It was the
wasn't-
darkest theme.
It wasn't gross, but there were some things in it that happened where you're just like, oh, he just shot a man, like just in his head, like.
Oh, when he.
Don't spoil it for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like when things happen, you're just like,
Oh, dude, that's
wow, this is
with the little homie.
yeah,
And he's just like. Oh,
yeah. No,
you're-
that scene literally, I walked out. And
I just thought of. Oh man, I forgot about that scene.
yeah, I that whole scene, I literally was like upset after. I don't usually get upset when it comes to gore, but after that, I was like, oh, I'm uncomfortable.
It was
like,
so well timed.
yeah, and brutal. Just
So
brutal.
aggressive.
Just like, oh my gosh.
Might be a watch this weekend.
Definitely watch it.
Like,
You should feel about the same way as you did when Kingpin.
smashed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smash the door in on the.
Yeah, it's on that level.
It's that same level of just like, what? Oh, we're still going?
Yeah.
This is, why are we cut away yet?
Yeah, no. And they just lean into it. And it's a joke at the end. It's a joke. Like, I love it. Yeah, it's gonna be the sequel to that is gonna be.
I could definitely
it better
see
go weird.
with the musical side of it. I could definitely see some Sweeney Todd where it's like it's not a like a. I can only think of Encanto because of Cameron.
Welcome to the. No, I can't sing that because it's Disney.
Don't mess with the mouse, bro.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
But I can get behind a musical with Gaga.
Yeah, I mean, she just did the score to not she didn't do the score, but she did the music for Top Gun. Yeah, it was a surprise to me too.
I say, speaking of Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
Margot Robbie. Yep.
her and Barbie.
No, they're supposed to be doing the next Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
Apparently, she's supposed to be in it.
I love Margot Robbie.
And so there's a lot of people who are like, I'm not gonna watch it because Johnny Depp's not in it. Which I'm like kind of on the same boat. But then like she's in it, and it's like,
I might watch it.
see, I
Dude, give me Johnny Depp and Margot Robbie.
cut out.
Oh,
are you out?
I don't know. I feel like we all got quiet.
check.
We're all
I'm
like,
still in.
oh, are you in?
Tap the mic.
Check.
Yeah, you're in.
Tap it.
No,
I'm not.
you're out.
Yeah, he's out.
It sounds like
Check.
odd, right?
Check.
Not odd, but like,
Sounds
Check.
really low.
yeah.
Check.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Check. There we go. Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
No.
Turn up like your
Check.
volume, like your.
Check.
There you, yeah. So you're back in now. Let's set the levels. Hey, hold up.
Who was that? Was that you?
That was me.
Oh.
Check.
Check.
Who is that? Oh, was that?
Check.
That's
Check.
you.
Check. Check.
There we go.
Check.
There we go. Yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
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 Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it got weird.
Anyways, give me Margot Robbie and Johnny Depp.
Honestly, don't need Johnny Depp.
How dare you?
I don't need him.
I will punch you in the throat.
We watched I don't remember what it's called when Johnny Depp's a vampire and
Charlie and
comes
the
back.
Chocolate Factory.
No.
Damn, I forgot what movie that was.
You know what I'm talking about? Though? It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
We watched that the other day. It was pretty good.
It's pretty good, man. Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it's
I haven't
on there
seen it.
kind of as like a comedy.
Yeah.
So
What was that called?
I don't know. Look it up. Johnny Depp vampire.
I forget the name of it. I haven't played Frame today. I need to play Frame today.
Oh,
Eventually. That's a good game. That's a good game. Especially when I get it like in one. I'm like, look at me.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Dark Shadows. Dark Shadows.
How dare you say you don't need Johnny Depp?
I
What's the matter
don't.
with you?
I
What's
don't
the
need. I
matter
don't
with
need
you?
Jack Sparrow. What is the?
It's not even just Jack Sparrow. He's done so many like iconic movies.
Well, no. Okay, sorry. I misspoke. I don't need Jack Sparrow. Like, Jack Sparrow was not the heart of those movies. Like he was.
Yeah, it was.
He was the MacGuffin for a lot of them. We got to get Jack Sparrow. We got to. We got to get him back. We got to like.
Yeah, so it was all based around him.
I mean, there's a difference between like, well, no, like the heart of those movies was like Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. That was like the thing we were like
Sure,
following.
but the important character was Jack Sparrow.
That's what Disney thought. And they leaned into him for 4 and 5, and they saw what happened.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, they moved away from the heart and soul. They get the heart and soul.
Shut up, heart and soul.
Hey man, I write good movies. What can I say?
Oh yeah, you write good movies. All
I rewrite.
like .2 of a script that you might have thought about.
I got 0.2. I got about 0.2% of a script right now.
Oh goodness.
No, not 0.2%.
So that's like one line.
Yeah.
The
I mean, a script is like 100 pages for like a average screenplay.
Well, if you put end at the end of it, then that's 100%. So
The end.
it could be 50%.
That's fair.
It's my favorite. My favorite one or 2 sentence story. The last man on earth sat alone. The last man on earth sat alone in his house. He heard a knock at the door.
That's pretty good.
Tells a lot, right?
That's pretty good.
Tells a lot. You're just like, whoa.
Those are fun. That's a fun part of Reddit.
Yeah.
What is it like the? What'd you say?
Just really short stories, like
two
two-sentence
sentence stories, or
yeah.
like
There was a show.
Oh.
I watched a couple episodes of. It was trash, but they tried to make a show where that was the premise. So they would say the first sentence in the beginning of the show, do the whole story, and then say the second sentence. And it was never
never quite landed. I was like, oh, you wasted a premise. I hate a wasted premise.
Have you ever watched the Love, Death, Robots?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't watched that one.
It's pretty good. I hated the way they ended the last season. Like the last one they ended on.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
I haven't finished season. This is season 2 now. Oh,
3.
Is this 3 now? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't finished.
They're good. It's from what I researched on it. They literally just get different animators and stuff from around the world, and they all make their own story, own animation style, and they put them in a series. And
There's no continuity. It's all just different.
yeah,
But they tell some really good stories on there.
yeah, some of them are really good. Like, and they're only like, I think the longest one was like 18 minutes. But
Damn. Okay.
and like some of them, like even it was like 7 minutes. Like you're talking about like not getting attached to characters. Like you get attached to some of those characters.
Right. See, that's interesting because like there are, like I remember Markus talking about getting attached to like certain characters like really fast, and like usually for most movies I don't really get attached to them, but for those I do. There's something where you're just like, whoa, I really.
Oh, you do have emotions.
They killed him. They killed little Buggy
And, like,
Boy or
some
whatever.
of the plot twists in there, it's like,
Yeah.
You have leveled up as an NPC.
Huh?
You've leveled up as an
Because
NPC.
I feel.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm now Lambda. I can
Yeah.
now. I'm not sentient.
Not quite.
you can now punch the main dude.
Yeah. You can now interact on your own accord
I push it.
with other NPCs. Still not quite with the main dude. Still
Oh
not quite.
man. I'm no longer in the background chasing a chicken. I'm now like
You're like asking other people for help.
I'm
to chase the chicken.
I'm selling bread. You walk up to me. Can you
Bread.
help me find the thing?
Bread?
Bread.
Bon. Bon?
I got bread.
Bon.
Yeah, but that's an interesting thing that you get attached to. So it was they just tell really good stories, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. Like I think of like the shows I've wanted to like make, and they all kind of like sit around the idea of just like tell a 20-minute story, beautifully contained in just this box, and that's it. Because that's hard. That's harder to do than telling a 9-hour.
And there's like no rules set on them either. Some of it's like super gruesome. Some of it's it's
Some of it's
weird.
literally like not like kids episodes, but like they're like, oh yeah, like a child could watch. It's like sad, but it's like a child could watch this. It's pretty good.
And then there's other episodes where dude's head just gets torn apart. From the
Yeah.
Oh.
inside.
Yeah.
Well then.
Takes some violent left turns every once in a while. It's a good show though. Yeah, Love, Death, and Robots. It's good.
Check it out.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
Just life.
It's a true nonsense podcast, man.
Yeah.
We got no quotas, no topics, really.
Yeah.
Just kind of vibing.
We usually center around something eventually.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
We haven't landed on something just yet.
It's because we're avoiding the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say what it is.
I guess that is what it is.
No, we're not. We're not avoiding it. We're just.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like I think it's a weird mix of emotions because we've recorded for the past 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's like, tired of recording, but then we also know it's like
The last one.
it's the last one that we're gonna record here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had that thought like earlier. I was like, man, the things like things are coming to a close. Like I had a thought about like your chapters of life. Another one of my philosophy topics this summer. It's like people talk about like, oh, this is like chapter 20, like 24. Whenever you're living, like you're like whatever year you're on is like that chapter.
yeah.
This chapter's coming to a close. Yeah, it's well written. I think so.
It's been a good time.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it's been a lot's happened.
A lot of yeah, man. I mean, just within this ecosphere.
Yeah, just
Of
the context of the
podcast,
show.
man.
Yeah,
It's like
coming from we were just sitting literally at a table.
just you, me, and a shitty camera.
Yeah. Going to Best Buy and buying all kinds of extenders
Just
trying to
random
get,
stuff like, oh, we do need that. Oh, we need that. And then Chris jumps on board and he's like, this camera is trash.
And all I really knew,
All right.
all I really knew what to do with the interface was like hit record when I had a thing in there. So whenever you asked me to like use it as an interface, I was like, all right, I'll figure it out.
Figure this bad boy
So
out.
that's why episode 1 sounds awful, folks.
Crazy thing is so the avocado was 35.
Yeah.
The first episode in the studio was 44.
In this studio?
What?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. I look like a
got the
me
record.
with.
No,
Ridley.
because we had. You're looking at the main room studio at the apartment.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I
Yeah,
forgot
we had a
about that.
similar setup.
My bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, the first one in this studio.
This one was
almost 100.
Almost
something.
100, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 97 because we had just missed the mark. It was 90.
Right. Yeah. We were
It was
going
94.
to make it.
Yeah,
like,
we had just missed the mark on
Years.
100 episodes in a year.
Yeah, because that one. So it's right at 100. 100.
Right,
was the
100,
new
100 was the new episode.
Yeah.
This studio. Yeah, and then we have 31 episodes.
Yeah.
Damn, we missed a couple weeks, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get. Having like full-time jobs and doing this is not easy.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah, this is not. Because this is another thing on top of the things. Yeah.
It's such a weird concept of betting on yourself.
Yeah. Well, why do you say that?
Because you're fighting yourself. Because
Yeah.
because every morning you wake up and I mean that's the quote from my boy Vogel, Steven. He was talking about being a performance major and he's like, if you're gonna be a performance major, you got to wake up every morning knowing that this might not work out,
Yeah.
and then you go and try to do it.
Just gotta go full in and just be like, "Ugh."
and it's weird because something like this, like a performance major,
yeah.
you are betting on yourself, and like ultimately, it's like you're trying to get to where you play with the New York Phil.
Yeah,
Right? Like
right.
that's
That's the
as a performance
coup de
major,
grace or whatever. Yeah,
a
whatever you
performance
call it, yeah.
instrumentalist, like that's what you're
Yeah.
shooting for.
Right.
But even then, there's like a pseudo built-in safety net. You teach private lessons. You teach master classes. You teach.
Yeah.
You're a supplemental teacher.
There is a music job out there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something like this, something like podcasting, something like comedy, something.
Yeah, like comedy and podcasting to me are, they are definitely creative pursuits that you have to understand that there are a lot of podcasts out there.
Yeah.
And that this one, you know, we've been doing it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of podcasts make it to like episode 10
Yeah.
before they're like, all right.
You know what?
Let's cut the
Fuck
cord.
yeah, guys! Like, we made it two whole years, almost to the date.
Yeah,
'Cause
131 episodes is not a easy.
It's not an easy task, man, and
task.
especially the early days when we were doing 2 a week.
Yeah, I'm making stuff on iMovie and then it just looks awful.
Yeah, it looks terrible. We put it out, man, and then we tried getting Kris to do the multicam thing, and then we realized how goddamn
Dude,
long that
let
took.
me tell you, every time you asked him to do the multicam, inside I was like, bro.
and again, that was just like the ignorance of not knowing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it takes like about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's if you're like straight through of work.
Yeah.
And that's why
I mean, whenever you asked me first, like to produce it, like I was just like, oh yeah, you just hit record on GarageBand and it just.
it does it.
Nope.
Yeah. And then again, that's what I thought, because you listen to the people that have been doing it for a long time, Rogan, Marin.
No, but they got guys that are in there that are.
Well, the way they say, like, anybody could do a podcast, and it's like, yeah, you just need a couple mics and a camera, and then off to the races.
Right.
And fundamentally, that's true. Like, but you
Yeah.
do need that next level of editing. You need that.
In hindsight, I probably should have done better. Like in the beginning of like researching like how to put out a thing, because I didn't know about like when we first started, I was like about to code RSS feeds and like do like all of it on my own.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
I could
yeah,
just get a podcast hosting service. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, Podbean.
Shout out Podbean. Thanks, dudes.
Yeah, just getting a podcast, like, which is what everyone does, like, except for like maybe Rogan might have his own by now.
I don't think so.
He probably has like a hosting service.
I don't think so because he's Spotify exclusive.
So I'm sure. I
So
wonder.
like he's YouTube, and then like anything audio, I think it's only Spotify.
No, the YouTube is just clips. Like the video and audio, 100% is.
Oh, it's all Spotify
it's all
now?
Spotify. Yeah.
Wait, what happened to the videos?
Like, if you pull up a Rogan podcast, like, it's the only podcast, or it was the first podcast, it's where it had the, like,
Yeah, there's videos on.
the video is on it. So, like,
Oh, really?
as
Yeah.
you could, like, which is nice for, like, I like that they do that, because I'm such a heavy audio person. Like, when he does, like, talks about fighting,
Yeah.
he'll bring up a fight, and if I have the chance, I'll like stop, open up the Spotify app, so that way I can see exactly what he does, as opposed to like Two Bears in One Cave,
Really?
or some like the regular Apple podcast, where you have to, like, if there's something that they say that you want to see,
Right.
you have to then go to YouTube, scrub through, and try to find where it is.
Yeah, I was doing that on the plane. They were talking. It was just like because I went through the back catalog and they were talking about Tom Segura's like dancing video, and I tried to watch like
Try to find it. Yeah.
Well, what I had to do was, oddly enough, I opened up YouTube, looked up the dancing video, and then as they were watching it,
You were
it like
watching it along?
slowly synced up.
So this is on Spotify.
Oh, you can watch it now on Spotify.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I don't know how many.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know how many other podcasts
Can do-
Spotify's doing that for.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's super convenient.
So he's not on Apple or anything. Oh, yeah.
No Apple, no Stitcher, no none.
I wonder if he didn't lose subscribers.
And that's in like the clips thing is like a big part of the contract that he signed with Spotify.
Yeah.
Is like, I still want to have things being able to be put on YouTube.
Well, yeah, those, especially his clips. I'm sure those bring in massive revenue through YouTube.
Stupid revenue.
Well, yeah, massive revenue, and also like shareability.
Yeah, shareability
is easier on YouTube.
It's hard to share
than-
Spotify.
Yeah, it is.
straight up.
Yeah,
It is.
like if you don't have
premium, then
Yeah, you can't do nothing with it.
right.
So, yeah, that's a healthy contract. But yeah, man, you talk about you wish you would have done some research on
Yeah.
on like how to produce it. I wish I would have done some research on what it actually means to do this.
How do you mean?
exactly.
Where to put your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the whole reason why I bought the camera
Right.
in the first place was to do podcasts. So A, I should have researched the camera, see if it could have done more than 30 minutes.
Right,
Or
yeah.
B, honestly, man, I could have bought for that, how much I paid for that camera. I could have bought a better mixer and the multicam
like a switcher.
box. Yeah. And we could have had that out the gate.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a.
know?
I think it's a learning process. I mean, that was the other thing I was going to bring up too. Is that talk about the whole like comedians and like podcasting and stuff. It's a creative endeavor, and it's also an endeavor to like learn like stuff. I mean, because no podcast starts off perfect like in the beginning, and it's a learning process. You learn to make it better, and you just like. I mean, I was dealing with that this like last weekend. I was in St. Louis and building a fireplace. Well, the thing is, my little brother started working on it, and he like was putting in the wrong size screw to this one part, and I was like, he was like being all like, I have to do it by myself. I can't do it, and I was like, all right, you do it, whatever. And then he got frustrated and had to go do something else, and I was like, all right, cool. So first of all, you're putting in the wrong size screw, and then I finished the whole thing. And that's an experience thing when you just like now, if someone asks me to produce a podcast, it's super easy in concept.
Conceptually, you know what those words mean now.
Yeah, I know like get lights, get mics, mic stands, get chairs, an iPhone. Make sure you have an interface.
Yeah.
And mixer, or try to get an interface mixer combo.
Yeah. So like my next endeavor that I'm thinking about doing is getting on Twitch. And again, I keep jumping onto these platforms that are like heavily saturated already.
Yeah.
But
Twitch is
But again,
it's Twitch like still like live like that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
But I mean, it depends on what your market is, right?
Yeah.
I am not good at video games. I am good at talking shit. So there is a market for people.
You might do good on like a Madden stream.
Like if I was good at video games, Madden would be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not good at anything, dog. I'm so bad at video games.
Yeah, me too.
So what the fun thing to do is either A, do like death runs where it's built-in frustration. And you just get to see me get
just watch him
angry,
get mad.
or
Just rage
like
quit.
super difficult games like Elden Rings or what's the space one?
Dead Space.
Dead Space. Thank you. Where it's like these are arguably the hardest games in the community.
Well, not Elden Ring's supposed to be like easy. I think it's like Dark Souls. That's
Dark Souls. Thank you.
Dark Souls. Is
That's
like
what I was
impossible.
thinking of. Yes. So like someone like me who A, doesn't like scary shit, B, bad at video games, C, is always down to run his mouth.
Right.
Like I will talk to some NPCs. Like, I got you, bitch. What's up? What's up then? And then they just like slice me once and I die and I'm like, all right, let's try this again. All right, here we go.
It'd be hilarious.
Exactly, right? Like there is listening to Logan Paul on Flagrant, and it's like they're talking about the difference in how did they say it? They were talking about famous people.
Yeah.
And what it means to be famous now, as opposed to when their parents were kids.
Well, yeah, there were also some of that on Two Bears, like about the idea of fame now is so different.
Yeah.
Like now, I mean, they're talking about like Americans and wanting to be famous, but like everyone now is like wants to be famous.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like everybody wants to be famous, and people still aren't.
Well, yeah.
So like,
No, it takes work.
it takes work. Yeah, and that's
It takes work
it's
and like luck too. I think
It's a 24/7 gig.
Yeah.
Of trying to do that.
yeah.
There was someone on TikTok yesterday. She was crying about how like her whole life is like different now because she went viral on TikTok a couple of years ago, and now she does TikToks and stuff like that. But like she's like, y'all don't realize like my entire life changed like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's when you're making 3 videos a day and
It's a lot, especially for somebody like that, and that's I'm trying to figure out because I don't want that.
right.
I don't want the like I need to put out quick, and like
Yeah.
fast content. I'd like the saturated. Excuse me, not the saturated. The like the content that you need to marinate in.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's why I like Rogan. That's why I like. That's even why I like Mr. Beast because his videos are, that's
Longer.
a 20-minute video, give or take. Right?
Yeah, they don't go like. I mean, they go viral, but they don't go like.
No, they do though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his
say,
most
yeah.
recent videos, like in a day, they get 40 million views.
Yeah. Because he has built this platform in which people know that what his content's gonna be is quality.
Didn't we like look that up? Like his first thing was like Minecraft playthroughs.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. Like he started out Minecraft playthroughs, but then and he talked about this on Rogan. Like I think anybody that wants to get into the YouTube space, I mean those 2 podcasts are like 2 that stick out of my head. And I know that like there's some really good ones on Gary Vee's podcast. I haven't quite gone to Gary Vee
I
yet.
don't like it.
I do. I like Gary Vee. I because
His whole persona is the worst.
sure, but he is the. I like people that are intense.
Yeah, he's a real go getter. Yeah.
Very intense individual.
Yeah.
And like that's I follow all those workout people.
Yeah.
I talk about them almost every episode. Cameron Haynes, David Goggins,
Yeah.
C.T. Fletcher, Jocko Willink.
Yeah.
By the way, Jocko last podcast came out and it's about the Uvalde shooting, and I stopped listening to it because like because he's such a deep thinker.
Yeah.
And he talks about military stuff so often, I would just get depressed.
Yeah.
And now I like the idea of him having this deep conversation about Uvalde. I'm just like,
Sounds real heavy.
yeah. I want to do it. I want to listen to it, but just like I need to
Be in the right headspace.
be in a good headspace to get through that.
Yeah, that's how I am with deep movies and stuff like that. You just can't watch them on a.
But the Logan Paul and Mr. Beast both break down like where they're at with it.
Yeah.
And how they go about it and why it is that they do what they do. And like Logan was like super honest about the level of emotion that like that's taken for him to do what he does and get where he's gotten.
Well, yeah, because the thing is that a lot of people don't like understand is that whenever you put yourself out there, you are putting yourself out there for like scrutiny.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that's the I tell you guys all the time, like I look at the comments on stuff, I'm just like, I hate that. And imagine that, but like on a truly viral level.
It's
Yeah.
like millions of comments. And
Yeah, millions of comments, and you're just like,
And every single thing that you post. So the only way you make revenue is if you post something else.
right.
But then once you post something else, you get more.
And it has to be right, otherwise, like especially now, you get like canceled and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if you say the wrong thing or whatever, it's like, oh no, like my entire
But then
career.
the counter argument is like, what does canceling mean? Like,
yeah, well, I think canceling became less of a thing after the pandemic. But
well, it's no, I think it started going downhill with Aziz.
yeah, once people were like, okay,
Like they're just like, oh, like hold on.
people started to be like, oh, wait, hold on.
And then you know, like jokingly, it's like the believe all women like started getting questioned with the Aziz thing,
Right.
and then now you have the tail end of it. It's with Amber Heard, and it's like, maybe
The Amber Heard thing is like,
maybe not believe, like, just don't throw blanket statements out there of just, yeah, go ahead. Every woman is correct every single time.
right. Yeah. I mean, the blanket thing is it never. It's good for a movement, but it's not good for a permanent solution.
It doesn't work out. It's never going to work out.
Yeah,
and you know, the fundamental part of that movement absolutely did wonderful things, right?
Yeah.
You get
It's getting dangerous.
Weinstein out.
To a bro podcast.
Huh?
It's
I
getting
know.
dangerous.
I'm sorry. Let me navigate it. Let me steer the ship. But you get Weinstein out. You get Cosby out.
Right.
You
yeah.
get
the like people doing bad, awful
you get some
things.
deep looks into like workplace environment and
Yeah.
and some understanding of that. But then you get to the Aziz thing where it's like you had a bad date. And turns out when you guys started sleeping together, you weren't having a good time. But like that is that on the same level as Bill Cosby drugging 200 women and sleeping with them?
Yeah.
Not really. Okay, so like how do we balance that out? Like where do we go from there? And then it's like, all right, Amber Heard got Johnny Depp completely canned from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Turns out she was lying. So what, like how do you navigate this, right? And it's just like
in the bed.
fun, wild. Could not imagine.
There's a freaking TikToker who made like a recreation of it, but you didn't realize it. Not actually, but she was like fake arguing with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what, I've had it. This will really show him. Gets up in a squat on the bed. And like, it's a little bit more played out than that, but by the time she gets to that, you don't like, what the hell? And then she squats down, you're like, oh.
Dude,
You're like, is that how she did it?
Hold on.
I do that.
And he that you know that's his legitimate thought. It's like, wait, how did you? What? How did we get here?
I did it to the lady earlier today. she threw something at me, and it like I caught it. It was like heavy. I was like, "Ow, that hurt." It was like, are you gonna start doing other stuff now? You're gonna poop in my bed now?
That's such a wild thought. Like to be so viscerally angry with somebody. For me to like do to do anything to somebody that viscerally, like
That's never come across my mind.
you smack my homie, you smack my lady,
I'm not gonna poop in your bed.
I'm gonna smack you, but like to have the forethought of like I'm gonna go shit on his bed.
No, I mean, just to have
That's wild.
She smeared it too,
she smeared it.
Wild.
from what I heard.
Well, like just here's my like big thing. If you're standing there like squatted down, you have to look at yourself
There's some time
in
of
a
thought.
mirror and just
She's not sane.
There's some time. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on.
like
But she's an actress. None of them are.
they're
okay.
not, yeah, the actors are not. They're not smart people.
Well, they're smart individuals. Are they emotionally stable? Not really. That's up for debate.
The theater kids. That's the end of the. At the end of the day, all the
At
actors.
the end of the day, they're just
they're all
theater
theater
kids.
kids. Brad
They're
Pitt,
theater
all those kids. They're just theater kids.
It is what it is. No matter how cool they are.
That's whenever Samuel L. Jackson was talking about how all like him and Viola Davis and Denzel Washington were all just like in plays together. I was like, wait, what? So y'all were all theater kids. Okay, cool.
But then you think of like Hugh Jackman started on Broadway.
Yeah.
He's back on Broadway now.
And now he's back on Broadway.
Yeah, he's doing Music Man.
And then like you watch, you watch interviews too with like all the like big hero Marvel characters, and they make you think of theater kids.
Oh yeah, they're all theater kids. They're just They just get they get good at the acting thing, and then they're like, all right, now I'm a celebrity.
They're just grown theater kids
Yeah.
with a lot of money.
Yeah, they were the pretty ones.
Oof. Seriously.
Sorry, theater kids.
Shout out to the theater kids.
They're ugly band kids too.
Band kids just grow up to be sad.
I'm all right. See, you gotta clip that. Just that 10 seconds.
I've noticed where to pull the clips, and that's kind of partially why I haven't made any shorts lately. Is just because I'm like, let me sit down and really kind of scrub through.
Yeah, you really have to go line by line,
and just like and just pull those bits.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
Amber Heard. We were talking about just theater kids and women and
the betting on yourself. Ultimately, we're talking about the betting on yourself.
Yeah.
And it's there is a bit of on the musical endeavor where things aren't guaranteed, right? Like if you want to be like a country star, that's not guaranteed.
Nope.
Like if
that is purely if you play it. That's the crazy thing about being like a popular musician. You just got to play at the right club.
Yeah, you play at the right club.
Someone finally sees you. They're like,
you get put in the right situation. You get the right. You have enough, and I mean that's the whole.
Or nowadays, you put the right clip on YouTube or whatever.
The quote. What is it when preparation meets opportunity?
Yeah, where preparation meets opportunity is luck is where preparation meets opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, who knows? Who knows how it's gonna go? And every comedian that we listen to talks about their that one clip that got them.
Right.
To kind of out the gate.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, people like, especially like musicians and comedians and, I mean, anyone kind of in the creative, where you're creating, I hate this word, but creating content.
Yeah.
Even though I use it all the time. When you're creating content, if you don't have that moment, like you're just there. And that's a part of it. Is just you're just there, and you just have to. That's why sometimes I don't like when people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna work harder." I'm like,
bro, I work.
You can keep doing that.
I work really hard.
Like you can keep doing that, and it might not work.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm leaving the job that I had.
Right.
I worked my ass off.
Right.
I tried so many different things, and sure, did I try every option? No, I didn't. But I've after doing 30 different things.
Yeah.
Maybe there's 20 more options to go. What's the likelihood of one of those 20 options to really land in like
you nailed the mariachi program.
That was the one that I should have gone for over the past 4 years.
I should have been writing for marimba quartets and mariachi ensembles.
Yeah, right. Like there's you see the writing on the walls.
Yeah.
If you try hard enough,
you might not succeed.
And there's the people, there's the Goggins of the world where it's like, no, you didn't try hard enough. And there is some endeavors where you didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about on the show whenever we talked about that boxer that just like stopped. Talk about a boxer who just went into boxing at like 30 something.
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, he just like went into boxing. Was like, I'm gonna be a world champion boxer.
Yeah, and it turns out that he ends up being the greatest one until he meets the actual greatest one, and then he gets mollywopped, and and that's where the luck and preparation thing is. Like,
right.
The hard work and preparation. Kid worked his ass off. He's got the right hand of God, but you put yourself against another dude who has the left hand of God, worked his ass off, and has been doing it for his entire life.
Well, and just caught you, like, because this is where I kind of believe in luck a little bit. Not coincidence, but luck. But, like, he just caught you on the, your left just happened to be open that one day.
That's, well, in the case of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, it was the Tyson Fury is just the better boxer.
Yeah.
But that's what UFC, the championship fights, it's like he got more sleep than me. He had a better meal than me.
He was alert in that moment.
He was he saw the hook. Not even he saw the hook. He saw the opening that put me to sleep. The Michael Chandler fight and the Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
He never once practiced the front kick. If you look at the fundamentals of that kick, it looks like he's kicking a football. It looks like he's a punter. Like that's not a fighting kick. That is a yeeting your leg.
Yeah.
And he caught Tony Ferguson, put him to sleep for the first time ever in his life. Kamaru Usman in the Jorge Masvidal fight. He decides that he's going to study boxing more than he studied wrestling. Puts Jorge Masvidal to sleep for the first time in his life. Like, those are the preparation and luck.
Right.
Like, Masvidal been putting people to sleep.
Yeah.
Masvidal has the fastest finish in UFC history. 5 seconds.
Flying knee.
Flying knee. He built a brand off of it. Yep. He has his own fighting company because of that knee. It is in Miami. It's so dope. It's the first ever bare knuckle MMA.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds brutal.
It's intense.
Bears.
Bears. But that leads me to the being undeniable. Thing, right? Yeah. And that's the hard thing, is you have to conceptualize what being undeniable means in whatever field you're in.
Yeah, because being undeniable is... I was going to write that on my mirror. Like, be undeniable, or like Lil Wayne. He said something, he was be somebody. I was like, man, that's right.
that's my, like, I believe, and I don't mean to cut you off. Okay.
But being undeniable, being someone is very hard. It is, because you can't go on autopilot. Basically, I don't think you can. If you're really gonna like I talked about, like, my philosophy thing. Like, there's no, with all 8 of those things, like, in, like, maximum efficiency, you can't really be on autopilot.
No.
Like, there are very few days where you can just, like, I'm going to do nothing today. I mean, yeah, very few days.
Yeah. That be undeniable, that be someone thought has been floating in my mind.
Yeah.
As I'm changing life plans.
Yeah.
I'm 29 years old. I spent 18, 19 years.
Yeah.
19 years doing music.
Right.
And now I've decided to not do music in the same capacity that I have been.
Yeah, I mean, there's not to diminish your experience, but there are a lot of people who, like, do that.
Yeah, and there is.
Doing the music thing is...
It's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, and it's not something you really have... I would never insult my own job. It's something you really have to do. Like,
it's not a necessity.
No,
that's what you're saying.
It's not.
It is. That's a whole separate
it's
conversation.
It's a necessity for your soul, but
yeah.
As far as, like, to actually function in the world.
But I always, like, when I heard this quote the first time, tend to the part of the garden that you can reach.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, man, that's I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm not meant to change the world, but I can create the things and give opportunity to the garden that's right in front of me. And then, like, as I've spent the last 4 years, I believe that my garden is bigger than what I thought it was. I don't know what that means.
Right.
But I feel that I'm supposed to do more than where I'm at right now.
Sure.
And that's terrifying.
Well, yeah, because you have to realize the scope of that, like, statement. It means that you have to, like, be more of a somebody than, like, Marcus Bonilla, the percussion director, like, at this one school. I mean, because, like, in not hindsight.
In the grand scheme.
Well, no. Like, whenever we first got our job,
Yeah.
could have stayed in that job for literally the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, like we got our first like big boy job, making enough money to like, you know,
Function.
be, like function. Like we got good apartments, good stuff. Like we're all like living our lives. Could have done that for the rest of our lives. Was it the best move to do that? Probably not.
Probably not. But you could do it, and a lot of people do it.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Comparison is the thief of joy. I think it's both. I think both of those things. We're just gonna keep rocking with Evan being gone, whatever. I think both comparison and comfort are the thief of joy. Like
I agree with that.
maybe it's like comfort is the thief of growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling that a lot right now with the job I'm in and just like kind of what I'm doing. I'm like,
Yeah. No, we briefly talked about this
Like-
the other day when you were leaving.
yeah,
It's
just kind of like, what am I doing? Like, yeah, I'm working and stuff, but like, I'm at work, go home, cook dinner, kind of hang out, and then
yeah. You are in a different like compared to me and Evan. Like it was. We had a clear end goal. So the quote that I misconstrued was comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
But I then said comfort is the thief of growth,
Sure.
right? And Kris feels, for lack of a better term, stuck almost
Yeah.
with where he's at right now. And it's because he is very much in a grown position right now. And he's only 20.
Yeah. No.
Right?
Yeah.
He wakes up, he works his 8 to 5, 9 to 5.
it's
I know you're doing
6:30 to
10-hour
5
days
right
right
now, but
Yeah. But you're doing, you're doing a proper job. Like
Yeah.
me and Evan didn't do proper jobs when we were in school.
this is the first job I've ever had too. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like for like shift work. And
Yeah, you don't know shift work, you don't
Shift
know
work is-
you don't know a night shift.
No.
You ever worked the night shift at a movie theater? That stuff is awful.
You ever worked the night shift at a bar?
That's
Sad.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to
Sad.
That's gotta
Very
be-
sad. Because you
that-
see the decline of human beings. Man.
But that's why, like, started going to school and I got this van thing trying to go, just like trying to do something
And
different.
it's a weird position because when you're in high school, that's what they told you that you needed to do. Like,
Get a job, be stable.
get a job, be stable. You're mad stable right now. You have a house. You got cars that you have paid off. You got a hobby with the van. You got a lady.
Like
It's a goddamn American dream, right?
It doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't feel like it. So then what the hell are you supposed to do?
I'll
Yeah.
say this: stability is good eventually, but I think what a lot of us are trying to achieve right now is like fulfillment,
Yeah.
and stability doesn't always like fulfill that. Like it's some people might get like, oh, I have a kid now, maybe I feel fulfilled, but are you really like?
Yeah, part of me misses the individual grind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work.
Right.
Well established on this podcast that like I don't believe in retirement. I don't believe in like complacency.
Yeah.
I'm doing something always.
Right.
Unfortunately, the job, what's the fancy word for job? The career that we picked.
Yeah. Career is the fancy word.
It is.
It is.
It is. It's a shitty sentence, but that's what it
Because
is.
in my opinion, job is shift work, career is 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But, okay, yeah. What is our hours?
6 to 9.
Exactly. All right, so already we're off the mark there.
Yeah.
And then my success is based around anywhere from 1 to 250 kids.
Yeah.
How the hell are you supposed to manage that? How the hell are you supposed to gauge that?
Yeah.
And that's where you get the people like I'm not going to drop any names because I don't mean any disrespect, where it's just like, I need to win a state title.
Right.
And then guess what? You win the goddamn state title. How happy are you?
I'm assuming not much.
Not much. In the moment, it's like, hell yeah, all the work paid off. I did it. Gang, gang. I have stamped my name as being the best in 2022.
Well, see, and that was the thing. When I was doing that whole like philosophy thing, I was kind of conceptualizing this the other day. It was like, really, for me, being a band director is kid you not, 1/24th of my life. Is a 24th of my life. It is so little of my actual life. There's other things in your life that can be better, and it is such a small factor.
That's super fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are gonna edit a lot of the things I say. I hope you guys don't edit this part. Like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Because you've spent. I'm gonna do some math.
Countless hours.
14 hours.
14
hours. 14 years?
15 years, yeah.
15 years. You've spent 15
I started playing
years
when I was 10. Yeah.
to get to this career.
Yeah.
And now it is 1/24th
Yeah.
of what your person is.
Yeah. Now, granted, another 24th of that is like being a musician, like, because I conceptualize it all down to like this is the part of like my philosophy thing was like, oh, it's your learning and your being a band director is 1/12 of my life. So, but
I don't feel like that's much better.
well, yeah, like the whole like mind part of me is like I split my mind, like learning and creativity I kind of put together, like as like because you learn stuff, then you produce stuff. That's kind of the ins and outs of that. But I kind of split that into three things. I'm like, I want to be like for goals. I want to be a good band director. I want to be a like pit musician, like in Austin or something.
Yeah.
And then I want to be a writer. And that's like, small portion of my life is like being a band director. It's not everything.
It's not everything. But the way the job is set up is that it needs needs you to have it be everything.
It needs you to give the impression
of it being everything.
Yeah.
But then even then, it's got to be a proper impression. It's not a loose impression.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a certain expectation that like parents are like, oh, it's 3:00 on a Sunday. You should be available for me right now. Who are you? Who are you? Why is this email not signed?
Yeah.
Who are you? Like, I mean, yeah, but like I think defining ourselves by our work is the worst thing you can do. That's why the whole philosophy behind all that stuff is like being a band director is not your entire life.
And that's what's messed up about the system is that you're force feed down your gullet.
Yeah.
That get a career. Be happy.
Your career is your
career
life.
is happiness.
Your career. You get married. You have a child.
You work until you're 65.
Work until you're 65. Then you get to retire. And then the last bit of your years, you get to
77-day cruise. At the end of it, you save enough to go on a 77-day cruise.
Seeing like the thought of like I know I can't do what I'm doing for freaking 40 years. That's why I'm probably going to school so I can kind of change into
right. Yeah, you
getting
you
good
move
pay
up and
and
stuff.
like
Yeah,
maybe doing some remote stuff so I can. Part of the reason why I picked what I'm doing with school is to kind of merge that with the van and like do some remote jobs in the van.
yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool, but
No, I think it's all about just establishing how you want to live your life, not how you want to live your career. I think a lot of us have a tendency to just go like career.
Me and Connor had this really good conversation of figuring out how your life should work. And what we were taught was you set up what you do and then you figure out how to make what you want to do around that.
Right.
Instead of setting up how you want your life to look.
Right.
And then making steps to get you to that position.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I got a homegirl. I think she lives in the Amazon.
Okay.
No idea what she does. But twice a week. She'll do a heavy story of just like her day-to-day routine. I have no idea what she does. I met her when she was she wasn't a personal trainer, but she worked at a gym at Texas State.
Sure.
She was going to Texas State. She was getting a degree. I think she got a degree in something.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's not living out of the rainforest. I don't think that's a degree plan at Texas State.
Rainforest. Rainforest living.
Right? Like, I'm pretty sure.
A bachelor's in science of rainforest.
Yeah, like that's not a thing. So like how, but every time she posts, she looks so goddamn happy.
Well, hold on that, because like you said, comparison is the thief of joy.
No, I'm not comparing, but like, what I'm comparing is
the path she took to that life.
She decided
Yeah.
that that's what she wanted. She figured out what her end goal life was gonna look like.
Right.
She's mad healthy. She like eats fruits off the tree.
Yeah.
Takes like baths in a river. That doesn't sound super appealing to me.
That sounds awful.
But you know that's not a lifestyle that you casually do. Like that's what she wants to do.
No, yeah, I saw someone on TikTok. She's like, I think she like lives in like some cottage or something. She just goes in the river, writes. That's kind of like her life.
Whatever.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
get
You
the
know,
mushrooms
and like
from the forest and just live your life.
she figured out the life that she wanted to live, and
Yeah.
then figured out a way to make that work.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not hard. It requires like you talked about, like with Connor, like it's a reprogramming. You have to like understand, like, I'm gonna make my life.
Yeah.
And then you have to go for it, and that's. I think you have to think of multiple. You have to think about multiple things, because some people. Here's the issue I have sometimes with that, is that some people like to be like, I just want to do this. All right, cool. Glad you want to do that. What's your money going to look like? Like,
Yeah.
What is your living situation going to look like? Are you going to be healthy? Are you going to be mentally healthy? Are you going to be physically healthy, spiritually healthy, all that stuff? Because that's a part of it, is you have to like understand that it's going to take a toll depending on how you do it.
Yeah.
Like
You've got to decide what bit of health you're gonna give up.
Or not give up. I wouldn't say give up. Like put on the back burner.
To give up to
Like
let diminish
Yeah.
in order to get you to the ultimate level of happiness.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I'm about to get into I don't know what I'm about to get into. You
Yeah.
know, I have some ideas. You know, I want to cook. I want to be a personal trainer. But even then, that's not what I want to do for my entirety of my life. If we're being completely honest, I want to be goddamn Anthony Bourdain. How do I become Anthony Bourdain?
You be a Michelin star chef for several years.
Do I have to be a Michelin star chef to be there?
I don't know. Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a chef first, and then figured out how to talk.
Right.
I have figured out how to talk. I know how to articulate things. Do I still need to become a chef? I was a cook.
You gotta be a chef.
I understand how kitchens work. I understand how foods works. The greatness of Anthony Bourdain in his TV shows appearance, right? There's the whole I go on a rant about the greatness of Anthony Bourdain, but like the TV aspect of his greatness was he was able to draw you in with the way that he was able to articulate a city, an idea,
Right.
and the way the food intertwined with the culture of that city.
Yeah.
Do you need to be a chef to do that?
No, but I think you need to have and this is another thing I thought about. I've had a lot of thinking time. This is summer's for. You have to have an intimate knowledge.
Intimate knowledge of the content.
Right. Like you have to have an intimate knowledge of the content. And I mean, I was thinking more of it on the band director spectrum of like, if you don't know what happens in measure 32 on the second clarinet part, you don't really know it. But like in the case of like Anthony Bourdain, if you don't know, like that Julienne is like too thick.
Yeah.
Like it's too thick of a cut. Like you have to really be understand.
That's fair. That's fair. And you know, like I'm not trying to take away, like I'm not trying to skip any steps or anything like that. But that is an issue of like I watch a couple of these food TikToks and I get angry because.
Oh yeah, some people are just they're horrible.
Like
cooks.
one in particular, I'm gonna call his name out. I don't give a shit. The Food Ranger.
Okay.
He gets to travel everywhere.
Yeah.
He is so bad at articulating what he is eating. It makes me so angry.
Yeah.
That's what he gets to do for a living.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that I can't, like, why does he get to do that and I don't?
Because he had I'd be interested to see the genesis of, because I feel like a lot of like people that go like on the internet,
Yeah.
they went viral at some point. They had
At some
something,
point, what the Chrissy D, what was your 9/11 story,
right?
right? So, how do you get there? You got to do it.
Yeah,
How do you do it? You bet on yourself. That's goddamn terrifying.
yeah,
And you know, we keep joking about the 77-day cruise, but like legitimately, if you saved up that money
yeah,
to go on that cruise and do what I'm talking about, where you become a travel blogger,
yeah.
you don't have options. You spent all your money on that goddamn
spending your life
that boat ticket. You're ending up in Sydney, son.
Spending your life savings on a cruise is
It's a wild idea.
it's a wild idea.
Could you become famous on it?
I don't know.
You could.
Like if you sold say you sold everything in your apartment
Yeah.
and you took all of it,
If I sold everything that I own, I could buy a ticket.
right,
I could buy a medium level ticket.
right.
I'm getting a shoe shine.
Get that shoe sign. Go back an episode 30,000.
Right. If I sold everything that I own, I could get
Shoe shine.
the shoe shine. Right. If I sold the house as well, I could probably get bottom top shelf.
Okay.
Right. Instead of renting it out, if I just sold it.
Yeah.
I got their appraisal letter. Houses are wild.
Don't even talk to me about
White people money, bro. I'm on my way.
Hey, man.
You knock the thing down. You gotta calm down.
Sorry.
Mike is hot. You knocking stuff down.
I apologize, but I am like the forethought of the white people money. Like I said it because I thought it, and now I'm understanding what it means.
Yeah.
Because there's
Because the what it really is financial freedom.
financial freedom.
You
You
have
get to do whatever you
the
want.
freedom to do literally
All right.
as you please.
Yeah, right. So if I sold everything that I own right now, I could then buy a ticket for that thing, and then I'm banking on myself. And then, like we joke about, either you declare bankruptcy and you end up in Sydney, or you make enough money on the way down that you get to get a plane flight back.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
See, and I think the thing that people have to, what you have to be willing to do, and I think this is what quote ruins it for everyone. Not to be Mr. Bummer, but this is what ruins it for everyone. Is there is a threshold where you're doing that 77 days, right? A month, you don't go viral. Panic ensues.
yeah, absolutely.
Panic
man.
ensues, and that little threshold where like the next video could be viral. That is where people like lose it. That's where a lot of people go to. They jump back to security and they jump back to safety.
And honestly,
So you have to be willing to make that. I think this is what like risk assessment is being willing to like understand how wide of a gap you can make that. Can you go 30 days without any hope?
Yeah.
Can you go 90 days? Can you go like how long are you willing to go without any sort of like guarantee of pay?
yeah. I mean, growth.
Like I don't know how long I'm able to go.
I don't know either.
I've never
And I'm
ventured.
shit. I'm about to find out. Goddamn. You know,
But
like,
you've at least got like you're not going on a 77-day cruise. You're at least like You got stuff.
There's something lined up, but there's nothing lined up. You know, like
yeah, man.
I have zero at this moment in time, mid-June, zero things lined up for.
By the time recording.
Yes.
This comes out.
Whenever this comes out.
Weeks
Though whenever this comes out, it might be a year to the date.
A year.
2 years to the date of starting the podcast.
Yeah, around. Yeah.
Yeah, around ballpark.
Yeah.
Nothing is set in stone.
2 years.
2 years. My man. Nothing is guaranteed after that paycheck in July.
Right.
I don't have housing guaranteed. I don't have income guaranteed.
Yeah.
I don't have career guaranteed.
So the question is, how long are you willing to?
How long am I willing to hoof it?
Yeah.
And where am I willing to hoof it, right? Like, and I'm already seeing the trap that I'm trying to avoid. I could go be a tech for my boy in San Antonio.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want to do music for fun. I don't want to do music for necessity. I don't want to. I want to do music for myself. I don't want to do music that relies on individuals. Do I want to be still teaching people and changing lives? Absolutely. Yeah. But like I said, my garden feels like it's supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, like having to do 8s on a Thursday in the middle of April is like
with 6 kids.
You're just like,
cool. All right, I'll do it. But like that's not bringing me the
doing
joy.
That for the last like 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's not bringing me the joy that I thought it was going to. That it used to.
Yeah.
It did used to bring me some heavy joy, right? Like I used to love pulling up to Violet Crown on the weekends in 2017. It was god awful ensemble. We're driving out to Lockhart. You drive 45 minutes out there and you're spending your entire Saturday to teach kids that barely can move their feet. Hell yeah. I used to be pumped about that. But then the honeymoon phase, the romanticization. Thank you. Wore off.
Yeah.
And realizing that, like, you just keep doing this over and over again. You get a new batch of kids, and then you hope that it works out.
Yeah.
You get a new batch of kids, and you hope that it works out. And it's like, I'm tired of betting on other kids for that it's going to work out. I have worked out.
Right.
Every time. I have not faltered on anything that I said I was going to do.
So what, like...
Took longer.
Like, this is a big, like, question, but, like, what career is not based on a cycle?
Business and comedy.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the issue. Like, yeah, so our job is built on a cycle. Right. His job is built on growth.
Well, even then, like, I mean,
to an extent, he will eventually level up all the way. But
as an electrician, like, it's just like the contract,
I mean, it is
right?
a cycle. It's the same.
It's a cycle contract, but like
you get that contract.
You have that inside growth, right? He went from $8 to $18.
And even then, like, I mean, if you're talking about like, you know, business and comedy, you said business and comedy, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
comedy, you're just working towards your next special.
Yeah, you're working,
like,
but you're.
Oh yeah, there are other creative.
I might have misunderstood what your question was.
I think most careers are. You are working towards like a thing. Once you hit that thing, then it's like, all right, what's next? Like, I mean, I experienced it just with the fitness thing. Like, I ran the 5K and was like, all right, what's?
I think it's the variety of growth is what I was thinking of.
Like the goals
right.
change like
yeah, so like in comedy it's like you're open mic and then you get to being the host, and then you get to being the feature, then you get to being the main act, and then you're selling out weekends at clubs. All right, then you get to do your theater, and then you get to do selling out weekends at a theater, and then you get to do
Netflix.
Then you get a Netflix special, and then you get maybe you get up to stadiums.
Yeah.
And then you get to Fluffy's level, who he added another level. Like, stadiums was it.
Who's Fluffy?
Gabriel Iglesias?
Yeah.
He sold out Dodgers Stadium.
I don't get that.
Like 3 times.
I don't like Gabriel Iglesias.
Really?
You're not brown.
Yeah.
I skipped the indoor competition to go see him.
Sure.
It was
did.
the weekend of the spring break
I
before
really gotta
COVID.
pee.
Yeah.
That's when I went to see him. That was the same.
I hate you for that, by the way.
See, I like when he does the high voice stuff. I'm like,
I mean, that's just his thing.
yeah, it's so it's hacky. Like, it's hacky to me.
I don't remember much of the show, but like one thing that was cool is like he showed us is so when they go up on stage, there's actually like a clock at the bottom of the stage
Yeah,
that
yeah.
counts down.
Yeah.
He lifted it up. He was like, "Oh, these dudes are mad." He picked it up. It was counting up, like past time. It was an hour and 20 minutes past like the allotted time he had.
He did an hour. Like this is after like an hour.
It was like, I think his allotted time was probably like 45 minutes to an hour, and like, so like it count down and then it started counting back up, and like that light was like flashing red.
Goodness.
But he just like everybody loved it, and he just
was
like
still
kept
doing
going
jokes.
on.
Like he was still. Dude,
It was a great show.
I mean, well, the thing is, like, comedians, they can do, like, my favorite comedian is Tom Segura, and he's on his tour right now. Like, he's got, like, 4 or 5, like, specials. He can do all of those hours. Like,
Yeah.
he can just, like, like tell all of them, and people will be like, hey, like, some people might remember them. But for a lot of people, if you haven't seen it before, it's like, oh, he's doing a brand new joke. Like, I've never heard that joke before.
Like one thing that was cool, that he did, Gabriel Iglesias, like, I don't remember the name of it, but his most popular special with like the popcorn bucket face for the cover. You know what I'm talking about?
That was his breakout. That was when the 5 levels of fat.
5 levels of fat, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the show we went to, just for like good time's sake, he like repeated some of them like the most popular jokes from that.
Yeah.
And everybody word for word was just like going with him, and
Yeah.
he was just like,
I mean, that's Bert Kreischer's thing.
Yeah,
with
whatever
the
he does in the
machine
machine,
story,
Yeah.
Like yeah, with those types of comics, with those types of bits, like you require the people to say it. Jim Gaffigan with Hot Pockets.
What is it? When I was 17, I got involved with the Russian Mafia.
Yeah.
Like off it goes.
And then just you're guaranteed another 20 minutes with Bert. You're guaranteed another 10 minutes with Fluffy. You're guaranteed
10, 15 minutes with Jim doing like Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
Like say Jim like we're friends.
my boy Jim.
Yeah, me and Jimmy, me and Dr. Gaff.
It's what was I saying before?
Talking about Gilbert Iglesias and
The levels up, right. So I don't what does the next level look like? I don't know what that looks like. But there's a high level.
you're looking for a certain like variety and like,
There's right. Like there's a conceptual growth in teaching. You teach elementary, you teach middle school, you teach high school, you teach independently.
yeah, and
You teach college.
I've kind of settled on that 12th of my life. Like, yeah, I'm doing the same thing for the next 30 years.
Yeah. and like there is a mental capacity. There is a
Do I still want to play and like all like I recently like had not a dream but like a dream of like I want to be not a dream but a dream. But I want to be like a pit musician, like a local like I play
local
in,
guy,
like, the Austin, like not Austin Symphony, but like I'll be the saxophone guy or the woodwind guy in the area. Like, so that sounds dope to me.
Yeah. And like there's that's the lifestyle that you want to get to.
Yeah.
Right. So like maybe you just want to be that on-call guy. Okay. So how do you set your life up to doing that? Teaching middle school makes a lot of sense for that.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you're constantly working your fundamentals on how to play each individual.
I'm playing every instrument every day. And
Yeah, like that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I want to be a bodybuilder. Teaching makes zero sense.
Right. Yeah. Like I remember whenever you were doing that competition, it was like this is not how a teacher lives.
This is teaching is hindering me from being better at my goal.
Right. Yeah.
Because even when I was eating 36,000 calories a day, I was still burning more.
You should say like that particular, like.
Yeah, that goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goal. Like the goal to be a bodybuilder, the goal to do the podcast, that the things that I wanted to do, being a high school, middle school percussion director, was either hindering me or not helping.
Well, I think whenever you mentioned this like a while ago, you were like compartmentalizing was like, I mean, this is like the thing we were trying to like get to is like everything was like band.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't like band working out? It's like push it to the side. Like,
Yeah.
that's a skill I think we all need to like develop, and I'm trying to work on it more. Is just like being able to go.
Yeah.
That's the 12th of my life. I don't need it right now. Let me push it to the side and just go.
I don't think I can do that.
You don't think so?
I don't. At least in this version of life.
Sure.
Right. I would hope that I'm able to do it at some point in time.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. You know, that's not guaranteed. But I like to think like working as a personal trainer,
Yeah.
mad free time. I'm already in the gym. I can then work out on my own accord.
Right. And the hope that, the crypto market doesn't crash one day and you're just like, well, I'm sad now for the rest of my like month. I'm
already really sad about the
free
crypto market.
Our free market economy is strong.
I have less money than I have invested.
It's fantastic. I love looking
Super
at this account
cool
right now. It's a good time. We're fine. If this comes out in a month and we're not so fine, I mean, that's my favorite thing is listening to podcasts before 2020. It's great because they're so into like, 2020 is gonna be the best year ever.
Everybody thought that. It was like,
And it was gearing up to be.
Yeah.
That was good. That was my best year.
We're like, this is gonna be awesome. Team E was awesome.
Team E was
We're
great.
all like, this is the best. And then
The best.
like we started off that year going to New Orleans.
Amazing.
yeah.
We went to New Orleans, then we went to Team A, and then we're having a great indoor season. I was having a great time with my concert band. We were on par with Violet Crown. Killing it.
Like everyone was like, this is awesome.
The like music we were gonna do for Wind Ensemble and Highlighters were like
A1,
top
top
tier,
notch,
like-
beautiful.
everybody was so excited for the concert, and then
That's Kurt.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing is people will be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome, and then not so much.
and one thing I remember is sitting in English class and there's this dude freaking out in the corner. He's like, "This COVID thing is gonna kill us all." I was like, "You're overreacting."
Pause.
Distinctly remember a conversation.
Little did you know.
Conversation with Roseman and my boy Jay. And we were just talking about it. I was like, and Jay was freaking out. He was one of those guys who was just like, this ain't it, dog. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is a big deal and people aren't taking it serious. I was like, bro, you need to chill out, man. It's not. We're going to be all right. We're going to take a couple weeks off.
Yeah.
No worse than the bird flu. And then, like, I read a couple articles, and then Rogan had, a virologist.
Oh, yeah.
On it. He was like, and then he just breaks everything down, and I get back on the chat, and I was like, so after further studying into this, we're fucked.
We're screwed. We're screwed right now. Yeah, that's a yeah, whatever.
The other thing is like COVID just like completely changed the way our world functions.
Oh yeah. It is.
Completely turned it upside down. I feel like.
The way we function amongst people, the way we function in society, the way we download content,
The way we view, for me, it was the way I view what society is.
Yeah.
Like I thought it could never crumble.
Yeah.
I thought the cycle of what we do like just
It
continued.
was guaranteed, yeah.
Like, and now I'm like looking at stuff.
Turns
and
out.
people are like, all the economists on TikTok are just like, oh yeah, we're in a bad time right now. They're just pointing to the graph, and they're just like, "Oh no, you see this? This means we're gonna be
not good."
Someone this morning was like, "Oh yeah, this is a depression. Like this is like what happens before a depression." Just so you know.
And I was saying that because like even going into 2020, like stocks, everything was just like booming. Bitcoin was booming.
Oh yeah.
And then like I think that's when the housing market started really taking off. And I was even like thinking in my head, I was like, every time this happens, there's always that big down. And everybody on TikTok was, and like all these so-called experts was like, no, this is like legit. Like this is gonna keep going. I was like, no, like it can't.
And fundamentally,
And now
business-wise, it was great. And then out from left field with the chair, COVID.
Like, well, even through COVID with the housing market going up, there was even people still saying like, oh, like it's just gonna keep going up. Like it's not gonna get better. I'm like, no, like I feel like it can't work like that because eventually you will run out of houses. You'll run out of materials.
Yeah.
There'll be a downtime, and we've started to reach that.
Guess what?
From what I've seen, it's starting to go back down.
It's not crashing, but we are.
It's peaking.
That exponential growth is.
Yeah, exponential growth is not a legitimate.
It's not a real thing.
In economics, it's not. It doesn't end well.
Oh man.
But yeah, let's kind of come back to where we were.
All that being said,
Yeah, betting on yourself.
I'm betting on myself, man. I don't know what I'm betting on. I don't know what that means. But we're doing it.
It just means rolling the dice. Honestly, it means like rolling the dice and changing careers is not. It's not an easy move because you're out of your comfort zone now.
The only thing I haven't done is cut my hair.
Yeah, that's the last step.
That's the last step. That's the last step for new life. I've died. I thought about it. I because I did get it trimmed because it was so heavy. Yeah. Like when we were down in Florida, I was like, bro, my hair.
That's why your neck looks thick.
Yeah, no, my neck looks thick in that photo just because I am. God was like, we're gonna mess with these photos a little bit. Like, I'll show you these photos. I can't post them because I look like Maui.
He's got a thick neck.
I look 50 pounds bigger than I am. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But yeah, I went and got it trimmed up, and I was like, do I just cut it? Do I just cut it? Do I just cut it off? I was like, no. Can't do it. It's too much.
Wait, so you do get trimmed?
Go back to my first year with you, cut.
Thought about it. But then it's like, okay.
Because you had the high and tight back then, right?
Yeah, I had a uptown pompadour.
Yeah, like I know what that means.
It's the type of fade. The pompadour was.
I think I still have a picture from one of our competitions.
Probably.
It was just like the little poof right here.
Nope, I didn't have the Pidgeot hairstyle. It was.
That's a good description of that.
It's an uptown. It was an uptown fade with a pompadour.
Oh.
Slightly different.
Okay.
That did not look like a Pidgeot.
Is that Pidgeot or Pidgeotto? It's Pidgeotto.
Nah, both of them, it's not good.
But yeah, both of them have the whatever nerd stuff. Nerd stuff. Yeah, man. I'm. It's courageous to take a roll of the dice because it's you could be like, well, granted, with your being a percussionist, that's definitely a harder gig to like. He's dead.
I thought you were coming for me, and I was like, am I going to beat the crap out of Evan right now? What is happening?
We're just ending the podcast with no fight. I literally had that thought, like, all the way up here. I was like...
So I was taking a picture of me, but this is...
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
That's a tough look, dog. Let me see that again.
You were a different...
That's a whole different man right there.
You were a different person.
Why is that photo so bad? Ugh. What a world.
Yeah, you were a whole different person back then.
Whole different person.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, the betting on yourself is not easy because you can just do the easy thing, but being able to be like, all right, well, being able to say this is not working out,
I am not happy.
and just
I need to do something. Oh, that was Dripping Springs.
Yeah.
Oh,
First year.
what a time.
what a time to be alive. Can you send that to me?
I call it the come over, but it's not.
It's not a comb over. It's a pompadour. It's different. It's all self-contained. There's no overlap. There's no overlay.
Okay. But yeah, that's a
I did think about it. I think I can bring it back.
it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to
We'll see what happens. And you know what sucks? I'm moving out of my house. I'm not saving any money. I still got to pay rent until it gets rented out.
still gotta pay rent.
Yeah. Like, I have to pay rent for my house until somebody else rents it.
You pay your mortgage, yeah.
Mortgage. Right. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm not saving any money there. It's just,
Money that just goes.
it's still money. Like, I'm still losing half, just shy of half my paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, that's the houses are an investment.
So that's why we're fingers crossed, boys. Pray to the gods. Pray to Odin. Pray to this giant spaghetti monster in the sky that your boy gets his house rented before July 25th.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, really, August 1st.
can't be on the market for that long right now, especially.
Yeah, I think with the growth here, I don't think it'll last long.
I don't think so. That's what we're betting on. But, you know, it's also me, and I bought a car that doesn't work. So, you know?
But this is someone
Fair.
else selling your car. Someone else who knows more about the
Yeah.
market and stuff.
So,
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a it's a hard thing to do, but
hard thing to do. Well, boys, one more time. What are we watching?
yeah, a couple things. I was trying to keep up my letterbox movie thing. My phone's over there. You're welcome. Your phone was going off more today.
It was.
That's interesting.
It was.
Last episode, weird. All right.
What a world we live in.
So, yeah, I've seen a couple of things. I decided on my own I'm not going to watch Jurassic World Dominion. I'm not going to watch it. Before I had spent the money to watch both Jurassic Worlds, didn't like either of them. I was like, let's just not watch it.
I could have told you.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I just want to see Chris Pratt in the commercials, and that's enough.
Yeah. I want the special edition, like Dr. Pepper or whatever they come up with.
Yeah.
That's it. So I watched Top Gun Maverick today. It's a good movie. Like I cried.
It's really that good.
I cried.
Really that good.
Yeah. It's really that good.
Damn, I gotta watch it.
Have you seen the first one?
It's been since my childhood. I was gonna watch it, and then they kicked it off Netflix, but it's on Amazon Prime, so
Yeah, it's on Prime now. Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the first one?
I have not.
Watch the first one, then go watch that one. I was talking with a buddy of mine about this, and he was saying that the first one, someone was saying, like, he was like, oh yeah, the first one's like, it's like one of the best written movies ever. I was like, no, it's not. And he's like, oh, maybe he was talking about the second one. The second one, kind of super well written. There were some moments in there where, like, they weren't like, because there's a difference between like expositing where you're just telling the story, like,
Yeah.
oh, Goose's like Goose's son and all this stuff, like just spelling it out. And there's times where you're like telling, like, here's a little
Subtly,
Yeah.
slipping it in.
like you're just like, oh man, there's some stuff in there where it's like, oh, it's got my heart moving. Yeah, well, I watched that and a couple other movie called Fracture, that was good. The Gift, Jason Bateman, that was good. What else did I keep? Can you pass me my phone? It's all in my letterbox. Like, what have you been watching?
My bad.
You're good.
I haven't been able to watch too much. Did I finish Winning Time?
Did
the
you?
last time? Did we talk about that?
Oh no, you're on my
think so.
you're on my HBO. I can look it up.
I mean, I did. I finished it. I'm saying, but I don't know if I talked about it since.
I don't think so. I don't.
think
No,
so.
no, you
Yeah.
haven't.
Okay. Yeah. That A1. I know you're not big on basketball, but I highly recommend you check that out. It is so good.
There's just not much I've watched since last time we talked.
And then recently, me and the homies decided to get really into Rocket League.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, that's like the first game that's ever been like, oh, no. I understand, like, how to get good at this.
Yeah.
And what it means to put in, like, practice time.
Yeah.
So I've been watching, like, YouTube videos of just, like, people, like professionals, and, like, god damn, dude. Like,
I was hanging out with a friend, and he was playing Rocket League, and at some point, I think he went onto, like, a national, like, board or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, and his microphone was on. I'm just saying wild stuff on the microphone. Like, I'm saying, we're just talking. I'm just saying wild stuff.
Hell yeah.
And then, like, someone else chimes in. And I was like,
oops.
oh, well, I would keep playing.
Just let it ride, baby.
I don't like that you could just be talking to someone in Canada. Just
It's pretty cool, man.
out of the blue. It's so weird to me.
But
Yeah.
things on the list, I got to rewatch Top Gun, got to watch Maverick.
Yeah.
There's a couple. I mean, I guess I got to watch Stranger Things
Yeah.
because everybody's talking about it.
Gotta get caught up on the boys.
Got to get caught up on the boys.
Yeah.
There's something else on
Kenobi.
Kenobi, yeah.
Are you caught up on that?
No, again, I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, this is not light watching. I need to
Yeah.
take some time getting through this.
I think there's not a lot of, like, I miss, like, Big Mouth. Well, I started rewatching Big Mouth as, like, a comfort watch because it's so light.
It's so lighthearted. It's 20 minutes. Like,
It's 20 minutes. There's no, like, heavy, like, subjects in it. You just kind of, like, put it on in the background.
it's good, man. Yeah.
I miss background television. There's no background television anymore. Now it's like, I have to watch this depressing thing for the next 2 hours.
I gotta watch Ozark and see the decline of man.
Yeah, I might watch Ozark now because the Gift had Jason Bateman in it. He was acting his butt off.
Jason Bateman is fire.
Yeah, he's a comedic genius because he plays such a straight man.
Yeah.
But then he, like,
Wait, is he gay?
no, straight as in, like, not like
okay.
not
Dude,
comedic.
you're gonna break my brain. I was like, I never would have guessed.
No. No, he just he plays the straight man.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I like seeing him, like, in that movie. I was like, oh,
Him in Game Night is really fun.
oh yeah,
What's that
he's
one?
hilarious in Game Night.
Such a good
again because
movie.
he plays so, like, honest, but, like, in a funny way. Like, that's he's hilarious. Yeah, and one of these days I'll get through all the shows. I gotta watch Westworld. Westworld's one of those shows.
Gotta watch Westworld.
Oh,
Gotta
it's
watch
heavy.
all of The Wire.
Oh, I finally saw all the way through The Departed.
Oof.
It's 2.5 hours, but, like, it's good, but it's just like, this sounds very mean.
Watch your mouth here.
It's a lot of white guys in Boston.
Oh yeah.
Just I couldn't okay, if you scroll between pictures of Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, and was there a fourth one?
There's a fourth one. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head though.
Exactly. If you just scroll between pictures of them, I genuinely couldn't tell at some moments who was on screen. I was like, is that... Oh, okay, we're back to Matt Damon now. Like, I was like, I couldn't tell. Like,
Is it racist? A little bit.
I'm sure if someone, like, saw, like...
Do
The Wire,
a
they'd
lot
be
of
like-
white people look alike? Yes.
Like, especially that, like, Boston, like...
Boston face.
Yeah, Boston face. Just, like, it's the thick chin. Just...
Yeah. You just look like a man. I get it. Cool.
And they're just... And they shuffle a lot between those characters a lot, so you're just like... This is too many characters.
Chris.
I mean, I haven't really had time to watch or do anything since the last time we talked about it. So
That's fair. All right, man. Well, again, I don't think anybody here knows what the podcast is going to look like after this.
I'm sure it'll continue.
It's going to continue to some effect, to some accord. But the studio's been real. Being live and in person with you boys has been real.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you guys. So, cheers one more time. Much thanks.
Clink, clink.
Clink. Clink. Everybody that's rocked with us all the way to the end, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the ride. I hope you guys keep riding with us as we go through it.
Nobody still knows what my face looks like. Haha.
Still know what Chris looks like. Shout out. We made it. New guy Chris is forever immortalized as just a voice.
An ethereal voice.
Ethereal voice. Hell yeah.
Come stand right here.
I'll put it in the face.
Just get in frame, but just neck down.
No. Just have like a piece of your head just go down really quick in the corner. And just come back up. You're like, yep, that's me.
Anyways, it's been real, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.